We're here to give our citizens and our community the sense of urgency that it desires and that it needs.
I've found that it stretches me in many different ways.
It's exciting, it's thrilling, sometimes it's scary, but it's all about giving back to the community and giving back to this police department.
The reserve officers at the Bloomington Police Department are a volunteer unit. We are non-sworn officers, meaning that the regular officers go through the traditional schooling and they get a certification to be peace officers in Minnesota.
Most of us on the reserves have other full-time jobs, and we do this as a volunteer activity on the side.
We get about half and half. Like half our reserves are wanting to go into law enforcement, and it's great experience for that. But the other half just want to help out their community, and they just come and they help us.
It's a completely volunteer unit, so we're not compensated for our time.
It is really important to have extra volunteers helping out the officers on the streets. We need reserves out there to help do park patrols on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights to help us with transport.
So there's two of us that are in a marked police car, and we basically will back up the officers as the regular officers.
It allows officers to have the ability to go out and do more proactive things.
If you're looking for a unique way to give back to the community, this is where you can do it.
Helping kids, teenagers find their lost keys in the ball fields.
We respond to animal calls within the city typically, whether there's a loose animal or something similar to that.
We are the closest squad to a man who was non-responsive. He wasn't breathing, so he got there and we actually started CPR and got him breathing, and then Alina showed up and were able to take it from there.
Say they pull over somebody for a DUI, that car's going to be towed. So instead of an officer waiting with that car, we'll go sit with that car until the tow truck gets there to get that second officer back on the street much sooner than they normally would.
Events are actually probably one of my funnest things that I get to do as a volunteer. We will do all the traffic control, crowd control. You really get to interact with the majority of the community, especially when you have like Heritage Days, National Night Out, Summerfest. You get to see all the great residents of this great community, and it's fun to interact and say hello.
I enjoy being involved in the community, getting out and getting to know Bloomington better.
Any of our new reserves that we bring on, they go through about a 40-hour training program. And then in addition to that, we also put them through a 40-hour first responder, so that would include like AED, first aid.
I want to put it out there that really age isn't an issue. I thought maybe I'm too old for this. Maybe this isn't, I'm past the prime to go into something like this. And that's far from the truth.
This helps me dip my toes in the law enforcement community a little bit, helps me to give back to my community, and there's nothing I take more pride in than helping my community.
It's great experience. We put you through a lot of classes, but it's a lot of fun too.
We as a Bloomington Reserve unit have logged over 2,000 hours so far this year. So when you translate that into what we do on a daily and weekly basis, it's quite a bit for the city itself. We give back in a ton of ways, and we're always looking for great people to help us out with that so we can continue the success behind Bloomington.
And they just play a very vital role, and they're very important to the police department.
The biggest fulfillment for me is when they smile at you and say, hey, thanks a lot. I really appreciate you helping us. That's the cherry on top of the sundae.
If you're interested in being a Bloomington Reserve officer, we're always looking for great individuals to help out our great community. Go to the link that's provided below and you can learn more within that website. And there's also a form to fill out for an application, as well as an email address if you have any further questions, and I can get back to you.
If you're passionate about giving back, I'd highly, highly recommend looking into this because you won't regret it.